Alright, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited to bring you a very important market update. I want to talk about the state of the market with Ethereum and Bitcoin, talk about what I see happening both short-term and long-term, kind of run through some price targets and some major support and resistance levels that you guys need to be aware of in order to understand what the next big move is with the market. So if you like the sound of that, I need you to do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. So folks, I've been calling for $2,400, $2,600 Ethereum all throughout these ranges here, back in kind of mid-March. And I mean, I was right. We didn't hit exactly 2,600 yet. I still think we have a very good chance of doing so, but we hit 2,400, we hit 2,500. I was letting our people know right over here that I thought this was the bottom. I was buying Ethereum here. I longed Ethereum here. I was letting our people know I thought this was the bottom for several reasons. We were touching the 200 EMA on the 10 hour, which had previously been critical support. As well, if we draw a Fibonacci retracement from this bottom to this top, we were right. We touched the 618 perfectly. So we had several reasons to think that this was the bottom. I let our people know this was the bottom, and I say this just to say, folks, stay tuned to this channel. You gotta like, subscribe. We're constantly breaking down the most important technical analysis there is in a simple to understand manner. You guys have to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to notify new uploads, because I called the bottom, I called the top. You guys gotta stay tuned. So now, to understand what's going on here in the short term, we need to understand what's going on with this EMA here. This is the 21 EMA, 21 EMA on the 6 hour here. We can see how it's constantly acting as support. If we start to break below this level, I think we're going to retest the 236 over here, right around $2,250. There's that FID level there acting as support, a little bit of sideways price action, and then we also have the 55 EMA on the 6 hour acting as support. So let's take away our Fibonacci retracement there just to clear things up a bit here. So let's say this area doesn't hold. I think we're going to retest this area here, that 236, this price action in this EMA. Let's say that doesn't hold. I think our next stop is somewhere around $2,100. $2,100 to about $2,120 was a very price reactive zone. Lots of volume here, lots of sideways price action, and we also have that previous peak. I think Ethereum is going to have a very hard time breaking down from $2,100. I honestly think we might not see an Ethereum under $2,000 again this year. Now, of course, we could always correct further. That's always possible, but I think there's a lot of reasons to think that we won't be. Now, if we zoom in here in the short term, I think we're starting to see some reasons here that Ethereum could be reaching a bottom. If we pull up our indicators, you'll get a sense of what I'm talking about here. So let's begin by looking at the 6 hour. So looking at our 6 hour indicators, this actually does look quite bearish. We had a bearish crossover of the MACD, weighted MACD on the way down, stochastic on the way down, everything's on the way down. But if we start to look at the shorter time frames, the shorter time frames are starting to show some signs of some strength, starting to show some signs that we could see a potential reversal. MACD histogram starting to tick up, stochastic RSI moving up, weighted MACD moving up, regular RSI in the oversold region. And if we go to the half hour, further confirmation over here on our indicators that we're starting to see strength build up as well. If we zoom into price action here, we can actually see that we're seeing bullish divergence in price action. If we draw a trend line, something like that, we're actually just peaking above right now. If we zoom in a bit more, we might be able to draw this a little bit better. Ultimately, you guys get the sense of what I'm saying here. Bullish divergence in price action. So I think ETH might go for a little bit of a leg up here. If we make a new higher high, I think that makes it likely that we retest that $2,600. I do expect us to find some sort of resistance at $2,600. But I think if and when ETH flips $2,600 from resistance into support, folks, our next price target is $3,200 for Ethereum. I was telling our people, I thought this was the bottom. I bought the bottom. I longed the bottom. You guys have to stay tuned to this channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It's important to understand and follow what Bitcoin's doing because Bitcoin leads the market. I think Bitcoin might be very close to bottoming out here. We were in this ascending triangle. We broke out bullishly. Seemed to be a bull trap. Seems to be a fake out because we're breaking back within it. But we have tons and tons of support below us. Lots of volume here from about 58,800 to about 60,000. Lots of volume in these regions. Lots of sideways price action. Very price reactive zone. This is actually quite bullish if we can maintain above these bodies, because we can see how we're constantly getting rejected around the same region here from about 59,000 to about 60,000 was constantly acting as resistance. We broke above, now we're just falling back down to retest it. So if we can flip this previous, actually I'll thin this out for a little while. If we can flip this previous resistance zone from resistance to support right here, that's actually extremely bullish. I could definitely imagine Bitcoin breaking out bullishly in the near future if this level right here can hold. If we start to break below 58,900, I would be worried that we're probably going to retest the 50 simple moving average on the daily. This level right here is the single most important support level for Bitcoin, in my opinion, for several reasons. Where did Bitcoin find support after pumps and dumps? Pump, dump, found support here. Pump, dump, found support here. The 50 simple moving average on the daily has been the support level for Bitcoin throughout this entire parabolic run-up. We have never dropped below the 50 simple moving average. If we start to fall below the 50 simple moving average, that would be extremely significant, and I would start to change my tune and start to get worried about the state of this bull run. But as long as we're above this thing, I'm not worried, and anywhere near this thing has actually historically been a fantastic buy the dip opportunity. Anytime Bitcoin gets near this thing, I'm longing the shit out of Bitcoin and placing a stop loss right below this moving average. In fact, if we look at the previous cycle, we can see why this level was so important. So this is 2017. This was the last bull run. We can see that several times here. Bitcoin pump, dump. Where did it find its support? The 50 simple moving average on the daily. Pump, dump. Where did it find its support continuously? The 50 simple moving average on the daily. As soon as we broke below it, went back up to retest it, got rejected, that was the beginning of the bear market in years of correcting and consolidation. So I think the 50 simple moving average on the daily is the thing we need to look out for. I think Bitcoin is very likely to find support here. If it doesn't, we're probably gonna go near this again here. We also have a nice spike in volume in these regions as well. So that's what I'm looking out for Bitcoin. And before we leave Bitcoin here, we're also forming a bit of a micro descending triangle here. Actually, I could probably trade this. This is like extremely tradable. So we're literally forming a descending triangle here in the short term, likely to see a breakout within the next 2 days or so here. If Bitcoin starts to break out bullishly from this region, and if it can flip 61,000 from resistance into support, I'm personally looking to long Bitcoin at that point, folks. This could be the floor for Bitcoin. Again, not as a financial advisor, not a financial advisor, but if we break out bullishly from this descending triangle here and flip 61,000 from resistance to support, specifically 61,200 from resistance to support, I think we're very likely to retest all-time highs at the very least 63,000. Kind of this spike in volume here. Let's also take a look at Bitcoin dominance, folks. What is happening with Bitcoin dominance is a giant deal. It is taking a nosedive. This is huge, folks. The last time Bitcoin dominance fell like this was the previous altcoin season back in July, August. We can see we were at these higher levels. As soon as we had kind of a large leg down, that was the last altcoin season. And we have absolutely flown past these levels. This is huge. I do expect us to find some support at 50% here in Bitcoin dominance. And if Bitcoin decides to rip up here to test, the 70K, 80K level, I think Bitcoin dominance is going to rise, probably going to retest around 57%. If we start to see that rise in Bitcoin dominance, that is going to place the dampers on the altcoins. So, by the way, if I didn't already explain this, for those who don't know, Bitcoin dominance is the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to total value of all cryptocurrency. Whenever it rises, altcoins typically suffer. Whenever it falls, altcoins typically benefit. So if you see Bitcoin dominance starting to rise, which I think it's probably inevitable given how steeply and how quickly we've been falling here, especially if Bitcoin starts to rip up to 70, 80K, Bitcoin dominance will rise. That will place the temporary dampers on the altcoins. But over the long term, I'm extremely bullish on the vast majority of altcoins. Very bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin and the market as a whole. Even if Bitcoin starts to rip up, again, that would place temporary dampers on the altcoins. But I think eventually Bitcoin going up is a good thing for the altcoin market. So, folks, if anything interesting further happens with Ethereum. If we get above that key level of $2,600, we're definitely going to be talking about on this channel. If any new price structure forms that you guys need to be aware of, we're 100% going to be talking about it here. So make sure you stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to notify them new uploads. Because again, folks, you can look back at the videos we made. We called the bottom, we longed the bottom. I called the exact price targets. You gotta stay tuned on this channel. Now, if you like what we do and you want to support us, become a VIP Discord member. You get access through our Patreon. Link for everything is down in the description below. In our VIP Discord, we talk about low cap gems, very interesting setups, very helpful resources, and we talk more one-on-one with our VIP Discord members. So make sure you check all that out. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, folks, take care.